Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to go over our tomato and pepper seed starting. Go over a little bit about what I'm going to be starting this year. There are some things I've learned from last year that I want to do more of this year, and then there are some things I'm just experimenting with. And so with our peppers, we are going to do some serranos. We're trying these Pequeño blend. We have some cayennes, we have some Hungarian hot wax, some shishitos, some Thai hots, Scotch bonnet, ghost, and then some different color habaneros. These are our more hot peppers. We're doing some jalapeno, some bell peppers. We're doing poblanos, banana, Anaheim, and Pasilla Bajío. I've never done these. For the most part, I use a lot of these peppers before. The Pequeños, the shishitos, Hungarian, Thai, and these Pasilla are all new to me. We've done bits and pieces of the other ones in the past. And then for our tomatoes, I primarily only will put out some Roma and San Marzanos, which we have up here. That's basically what all I will put into my garden. But I will start some of these other ones as well because I will put some of my seed starts out into our farm stand for those to be sold, as well as I have a lot of friends and family that also I will give a lot of these to and sell some to. First, I'm gonna go ahead and do some of these hot peppers and have a little chit chat. I know the last video that we did with seed starting we did with my daughter, and that went over really well. A lot of people really love that, and she will be on the channel more for sure with the gardening. But there's some of these that I like to, for these tomatoes and peppers, some of these are more expensive. And so I do like to do these on my own, just so that way I know my money's not going to waste. With the herbs and the lettuce and stuff like that, there's 8 million seeds in there, and they're super cheap. If that goes away, not that big of a deal. First here, we're gonna do the Thai hot chili pepper. And there are 20 of these seeds. And then, so what I'll do is I'll plant 2 in each one of these 6 cells. Pieces here, so we'll have 8 left afterwards, and I'll do a succession sow in a couple weeks, so that way I have plants that kind of continue out throughout the season, and they're a little bit offset, and also I have backups, so if something does fail, I do have backups for these. Let's go ahead and open these up, and I don't know about you and where you're at, obviously, but here in Kentucky, where we are zone 7A, we're kind of on the line of zone 7A and 7B, and we have a pretty wide range of what we can and can't grow here. But obviously, when you start stuff, the earlier you're able to start stuff indoors, you can grow a lot more stuff out during the summer. All right. Get some of these seeds planted. And what I'll do is I'm just going to plant these, just 2 in each one. So we're just going to keep planting these. If there is ever anything that y'all want to see, if you want me to show you what I do for my garden, of course, we'll have videos about the garden when it gets closer to that time, what that looks like for me. If you want to see videos about the farm stand, we'll have videos about that coming out soon as well. Getting closer and closer to time for all this, and I'm very excited about it. It's in the 60s today, and so it's a very nice weather. We are actually going to go to the zoo later on, and so there will be a video out with the kids about the zoo. And so this channel really is going to be just a day in the life of me, hence the name Following Phil. The original channel purpose, I did this back in 2016, and it was for me hiking the Appalachian Trail, and so I have videos on here of hiking. So if you ever want to go back and look at those, you're always more than welcome to. Those were, it was fun. I will go back and hike the Appalachian Trail again one day, and looking very much forward to that. Whether I'm 45, 55, 65, 75, I'm going to go back and I'm going to go finish that. If you do like hiking videos, we will be having some backpacking, camping videos, those sorts of things, because that is a big interest and hobby of mine. So I'm looking forward to that. So we got these shishitos planted. We're just going to do 2 in each one of these cells for all of these seeds. And I tell you what, I'm going to get some of these planted out here, and we'll speed up the video, and I'll come back if I have anything cool to tell you. See you in a second. All right, y'all. So we have the first tray done now of all these peppers. We're gonna work on these next 2 as well, and I am curious to know what y'all's thoughts are. What are your favorite varieties to grow? So I'm just curious as to what are y'all planting this year, and what are y'all's favorite peppers and tomatoes to put out in the garden. Like I said before, I am not a tomato eater. I would like to be a tomato eater because they're fun to grow and there's a ton of varieties. But I am not a tomato eater in general. And so I will plant these other ones here as experiments for friends and family. And so for y'all to help me out, let me know some of y'all's favorite tomatoes to grow, so that way I know what to plant for friends and family and what to sell in my farm stand. This year, I kind of just got on Amazon and just ordered like variety pack seeds without really any clue as to what they are. Some of these I've heard of, some of these I have not. And so I'm very curious to see how they do and what they taste like from other people. First thing here, I don't do a lot of cherry tomatoes. They don't sell real well in the farm stand, and unless there's someone who just likes to just pop them in and eat them, which I have a couple friends who do, then I don't plant a ton of those. But yeah, so this year I'm gonna be experimenting with my tomatoes. I've got these Aunt Ruby's German Green, a mortgage lifter, red brandywine, which is real popular, just a generic beefsteak tomato, some Cherokee purples, some hillbillies, Ace 55 VF, some yellow pears, and then this whole row right here is Romas and San Marzanos. And then with all my peppers, a lot of it I will grind up actually and make powders out of it, or not powders, but like flakes, so like spice flakes. And then I will also make hot sauce out of it. So I do a lot of hot sauces, a lot of pepper flake, and then I will sell some of it as well. And I think some of this stuff is just so interesting and so neat. That's the best thing about seed starting is the amount of plants that I'm gonna have just out of these 3 trays. If I were to go get this many plants at a nursery, it would be well, or, you know, it'd be $150 to $200 worth of plants. What I'm gonna get out of this right here, and I can experiment, I can have fun with it, I can test new things. And that, to me, that's just really, really exciting. I think it's super important for us to uh, learn how to do things for ourselves. I think as a millennial, we are like we're young, but we're old. We grew up without technology, and we watched technology grow at light speed. Um, and so, you know, this is something that I really enjoy. I think it's super important to just know where your food comes from as best as possible. Grow as much as you can and experiment. And if you're doing it like this is a very cheap way to experiment and try new things without actually having to just fork over a ton of money. I would highly encourage anybody to just try it. It's so easy to just get on Amazon, you can buy a kit that has the light, a tray, you can get a small bag of seed starting mix, and then just get some seed packets. You can buy variety packs, you can go to the store. Every single store right now is going to have seeds that you can try and experiment with. And you don't have to do it like I'm doing, where like a whole tray is one thing. You could take a tray and have these two one variety, these two one variety, these two one variety, and really just take control over the things that you have available to you. You don't have to have a big space. I have a big garden, but you don't have to have one. You could get a raised bed. You could make them super cheap. Last year, when I did this, I would just put on a show on the TV or put some music on, and I would just do all my seed starts. And then this year I said, you know, I think it'd be fun to just record myself doing this, put it on the internet, because that's how I learned. When I first started doing my garden and seed starting and what to do and what mixes to use and how to do everything, I just started watching YouTube. And I found big channels and I found small channels, and it's always been a place where you can learn anything if you want to. And why not put the very little amount of knowledge I have on the internet to maybe someone else will start their own seeds and maybe someone else will get the bug. I just highly encourage you to get started with this. It is such a fun thing to do. And if you have littles, please do this with littles. It is so easy and so rewarding to watch them be so excited about it. Every single day, my daughter comes in here and she wants to look at her lettuce and herbs that she planted, and she gets so excited about it. So yeah, I 100% encourage everybody to start their own seeds. But I would love to hear any comments. Leave a like, subscribe if you like this sort of stuff. Even if you don't watch me every single time, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button when you can. It helps me out, obviously, with trying to grow this channel. But also it just lets me know that you're there and that you appreciate it. And hopefully that you can learn something with this, and hopefully I can learn from you. Really, that's the best part sometimes about putting yourself out there, is learning from other people. By being vulnerable and exposing yourself to the internet, you have the opportunity to now learn and grow. There's certain things that you have to learn to do, and the only way to learn is just by doing it. Now these right here, these Megatron jalapenos from Botanical Interest, these are so cool. I have bought some what are supposed to be big jalapenos from other companies, and these are by far the largest jalapenos I have grown yet. They are massive. If you like stuffed jalapenos or jalapeno poppers, anything like that, these are 100% perfect for that. They are humongous and taste really good. And I highly encourage you. They are worth. They like a picture here. It's a 10 count for $5. So they're on the higher end of seeds, but it's still cheaper than going to buy the amount of peppers I'll get from these plants. It's still incredibly cheaper to do it this way. But those are super cool jalapenos. Out of all the ones that I plant, those are just the coolest because they're just so massive. I definitely, when I first started, you know, you watch some of these other channels and they're in like these perfect condition places, warm weather. You know, I see a lot of like cold weather gardeners like Michigan and up in the Northeast and Pacific Northwest, and I see a lot of people in like Florida and Georgia, California, and it's like, man, there's just it's cool to see, but like none of that applies to me. And I sat there for a while last year trying to find a channel to watch for like Kentucky, or somewhere at least in my same kind of zone area, or at least similar, weather. And there just wasn't a whole lot to it. And so I hope that I can help somebody this year in my region kind of know what to do and how to plant. It can be daunting if you don't know. I have a big thing where when I research something, I like research it to death. And so I will scour the internet for information. And sometimes that information is not there because no one's put it out. So I hope I can help out with that. Let's see what we got. Sweet Bell Blend. Anyways, I am going to finish these up. I'll come back when we do some tomatoes, and I'll see you in a second. All right, well, we are on our last packet here, and I'm very excited to get these watered up and get these on the heat mats. So when I get this last packet in and I take these over, I will go over, I'll show you what I do from here. So let me get these last seeds in, and I'll see you in just a second. All right, y'all, we got all these labeled and sorted now. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you I just take 1 liter bottles, work out really well for these trays. And so we will just take one of these out, take our water, and I will fill up each one of these trays with 1 liter of water. And I will come back later this evening to make sure that all of the soil is good and damp. And then what I'll do is we will take these and we will put them on our shelf. And then they will be on a heat mat. And then once they start sprouting, we will turn on the lights. And I also keep a small heater in here, so that way the ambient temperature is warm. And because the peppers and tomatoes really like a lot of heat to get going. And so that's what we do. And we'll see you later. See ya.